up to speed, up to speed, up to speed.
Live from the apocalypse, not more than you. This is State of the Game. I'm Dano. And I mean, the best summation of me is gigantic, a big, big love, 1988. Thank you, Kim Deal. Story of my life. My co-host joined here every day. Not every day. Whoa! If we did this every day, that's a lot of data. That's a lot of data. I don't have memory on my laptop for that. Anyway, every week joins me every week. Doesn't believe in punching down comedically. Doesn't believe in punching up. Believes in punching diagonally.
That's fine.
Those directly at his level.
Amen.
Because you knock those people down and you can go up. So thank you for being here, Kay.
Absolutely.
Salute, man. We have two people that put together one of the best albums of 2026. Two people. This is one of which is the hotsy totsy producer of the underground space.
Hotsy.
The name on everybody's lips, and it never stops making me laugh because of how normal a person this person is. To have you in the spotlight makes me it fills me with great joy. Thank you, child actor, for being here.
My pleasure. I think some people would disagree on that normal characterization, but I'll take that as a compliment. Sure. Thank you.
Well,
And Hotsy Totsy and normal don't often go together.
Hotsy
So
Totsy.
I feel
as I
very
said
fortunate.
in the write-up, Jay Dilla for the Twisted,
All right.
Child act.
Thank you.
So, and I'm going to do a long intro on this one, Kay.
Make it really long.
For our other guest here, who literally changed my life, right? So I grew up the weirdest motherfucker anybody knew. That was my whole shit. And I remember I had a meeting. The boss called me in the office and said, "You're too weird. You got to change this, that, and the third." I said, "Look, you'll never promote me. Don't worry about it. Don't promote me. Just let me live weird. Just let me live here weird. And I won't bother you. I'll do my thing. You keep promoting people that don't make sense to promote over me, and I'll just live weird." And I was comfortable. And then I heard Fatboi Sharif.
Yay!
Stretching the boundaries of music fearlessly and relentlessly. And I said, I fucked up. I got to fight harder. I got to fight harder to push into this space and make this world a little stranger. Thank you for that, Sharif.
Thank you, Dano. My man, Freemusicempire, we in the building. Crayola Circles in full effect. Let's get it.
Yep. Man, it was, and I used to love reviewing Fatboi Sharif music with Kay just to freak him out. But you've grown.
Yeah, I'm not freaked out anymore.
You understand. You've been learning.
Yes.
Desensitized.
Yes.
I'm very interested in Kay's review.
Oh. Yeah. Crayola Circles of Creativity, like when I first heard about it, I was like, oh shit, did we put this together subconsciously? Like this seems like something that had to happen, Both of you very much known for, pushing boundaries and going into these different spaces. And sonically, I think, child actor, you've done something for Sharif that no one else has ever done. So I'm grateful to you for this project.
I appreciate that.
We'll get into my rants. We'll get into my rants later. But
all right.
I appreciate how long did this? I know Sharif sometimes bubbles and how long did this take to put together?
No. I was gonna say before you get into it, Max. I wanted to ask both of y'all, what did y'all initially think going into the project? Like when y'all first just heard the single and the album, the title and the album. Like I'm always interested in people's like preconceived notions going into it, and then after they get a chance to like really sit with it.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It's
So
go. You go, Kay. You go first.
yeah, I mean, I didn't hear the single, so but Crayola
Okay,
Circles, I was intrigued by the title. Um, I mean, my impression, because I mean, Crayola Circles is such like I don't know the word, like childlike, like I imagine like childlike imaginative type of title. But I know that the music that you usually perform isn't I what's the word I want to use? It's not like light like that. Like you're not it's
Yeah.
not like light like that. So I was interested to see, I was intrigued by the title, I guess you could say.
hell yeah.
And what was your when you first listened to it? What did you first take away?
In terms of, so sonically, it was it stood out to me sonically.
Yeah,
I think the
yeah,
sonics are and the mood and the atmosphere, and then like listening, like once you're able to digest the sonics, then when you start listening lyrically, you start picking up on things.
yeah, yeah. I had a weird reaction because Sharif knows this. I am fucking very protective of people's discographies, right? Like people that I care about, right? So I I got pissed because people were like, Crayola Circles is top three Sharif, and they were like decays in there, and preaching Evan. I'm like, where the fuck is Gandhi loves children? I was like mad, I get protective over these parts of the discussion. So usually my first reaction is going to be an embarrassing like I didn't like I was like this isn't what I expect, like and I'll do that thing. But I was like five songs in. I was like, this is the best Fatboy Sharif album there ever was.
Mm.
Mm.
I was
Appreciate
100% like this is the one. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mm.
It's a titanic like shift. I think, and I've told you, I don't know, I've told Sharif this, but like I don't love the way Sharif gets reviewed by critics. I don't the I think people are confused by the way Sharif's process is so different, right? Like the sleeping with the beats and all that, like till you get them tuned in your head. The panopticon bars. I'll get into the panopticon bars.
Up the
But
con. Mm.
yeah, the it's so different that I don't think people are just like Fatboy Sharif is at it again. Woohoo! Like, and I don't know that people fully analyze it the way they do other artists. The other thing is I think producers tend to empty out their spooky beats for
That
Sharif.
is very true.
If you get Sharif, you're like, oh shit, it's Halloween, let's go. It's spooky beats. And I was just listening to Diagnosis and I was like, fuck man, this could have been a Gangstar song.
Hmm. Hmm. Sharif will raid. Well, even if you try to hold him back, Sharif will also raid your closet for the spooky beats. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'll say like I definitely appreciate both of y'all how y'all saw coming in, but that was kind of one thing that I loved about Child Active Beats going into it. Where to me, like it wasn't to me, you can't hear his sound and kind of know what to expect from it. So like to me, it pushed me in a writing certain ways that I never wrote before that was dope and therapeutic for me. So yeah,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
definitely
yeah,
like the uniqueness of what he does to me definitely spotlighted the uniqueness of what I did, and it was kind of like great to put them together.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keith, I would say you actually, hit upon like there is something childlike in the album. Not like we're being literally, children,
No.
but it's very playful, and I think we're both have it's pretty emotional, and we're both going deep, but it's I think there's still, even in the emotional moments, there's a spirit of play and spontaneity,
Yes,
and
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's and it. Yeah, I mean, it was. So we've talked about like 2026. We've talked a lot about rigidity. You know, that
Okay.
like when you're trying to be a great MC, sometimes you end up being like a really serious samurai. You know, and you're just like,
Hmm.
I will become the best MC, and you don't you don't have as much fun. You know.
Sure.
And we were talking 89 The Brainchild about releasing that and just like embracing making a great song, however it happens. Um, there was so K. I was at I don't know, maybe I feel like it was K the Eyes listening party at RMPP, uh,
Okay.
and Castro was there, and I asked a Fatboy Sharif question. I was like, "How is it possible that Fatboy Sharif is so specific and so different from everything going on, but he fucking fits on every song? He could kill a Sabrina Carpenter song right now. How is that fucking possible?"
Sabrina, call me. I got some shit for you. Let's
Right,
do it.
right. And and KVI and Castro said something really fucking smart that I keep in my head. They said that great, like when you're at the top level of MCing, you can do whatever you want.
Mhm.
Fact.
You
That's
just choose to do what you like to do better.
yeah. That to me, that's the best. That's my favorite part of creating. Kind of going back to like what was dope about making Crayola circles. Like nowhere in the process, it was kind of like Child Actor didn't give me a beat where he was kind of like, "Yo, this beat is this type of beat. You should make this type of song."
Yeah.
It was just he would have the production. Like I would link up with him and I'll just be like, "Yo, this beat kind of like feels like this, so I'm gonna spit something like this." And even sometimes he would like kind of be like, "Oh, I didn't like when he gave me the assassination tapes beat. I know he probably when I gave him back, he probably wasn't like, oh, I was expecting this exact type of song." Like
Mhm.
he um Cold Day in the Hell, which is my favorite song on the project.
Yeah, the single.
Just got put together in the studio randomly. I'm like, yo, nah, keep that, like, keep that. This we about to take it to a whole nother thing with this. So yeah, nah, definitely. Like that's always my favorite part of creating. Kind of just
Mm.
if I did it before, I don't want to do it again. Like so, it's always kind of just like I, especially when, and also what I liked about it is kind of we both knew that people wasn't even used to us working with each other before this because it
Right.
wasn't like got any type of. It wasn't like I did a feature over one of his beats before, or anything like that. So to me, people was literally hearing us coming in cold for the first time. Like, all right, oh, they just coming out with a full project, all right. And we definitely knew like with the reaction to the Chemo Crystal Ball first single and the Night Terrors, we was like, okay, like they going they gonna get what we did with the album. Like it's go ahead. Like
Yep.
Yeah, I think I also should say that, like, we had no expectations making it. Um, Definitely the word weird does not come up at all during the making of this
yeah,
music. There's nothing like, it's all just a lot of sincerity. We're just both
Yeah.
trying to make the most beautiful music we can, honestly, like, and being true to our own sounds.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons I love always loved being weird was because even if I wasn't weird, people found it weird because I was usually weird. So they weren't ready for that shit either. Like so it gives you the room to breathe. And like even when if you were just saying like, "Hey, this is straight ahead," it's just like you said the RMPP thing, jazz, folk, psychedelic. It's kind of a mixture of that. even
Yeah.
with that, your timing is so different. Like your sense of timing is so different. And I know from being a patron of the Cuno Rap Name podcast, no podcast rap name, is you don't quantize your beats.
That's
Mm.
right. Yeah, yeah.
So you kind of figure out your own timing for each beat, and it's just always different, you know? So with how long were you sleeping with these beats, Sharif, before you were figuring them out? Because of how unique his timing is.
Well, it's funny. I'll kind of go back a little bit in the story. Um, the way that it kind of everything was put together was literally me hearing the Charms beat on the Armor Hammer album.
Yep.
I just hit him up on, I want to say Twitter, just like, yo, this beat is crazy. And I heard some other stuff and I was like, yo, your stuff is super dope. Like, let's connect. And he hit me back and he was saying, like, it was funny. He was like, yo, I don't usually work with people that I don't know, but I checked your stuff out and it was dope. I'm gonna just send you something and let me see what you do with it. And the first song we did was how to disarm a live grenade.
Woo!
So yeah.
No,
And I was
Diagnosis was the first song. But then I think that was the second one.
so yeah, diagnosis.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah. And it was funny because I think he might have sent me like two or three beats. And I was like, yo, put these two beats together and I'm gonna rap on both of them. And I remember I sent that back and he was like, yo, this is super dope. And then we did the How to Disinfect a Live Grenade. And then from that, both of those came out so crazy, it was kind of just off to the races.
Mhm. That's awesome. How long
Mhm.
did the album take overall?
Well, it
Probably
was
the
like
mix and master, record, probably like 2+ years, something like that.
Mm.
yeah, they're kind of like a couple waves of making it because when we were making it, we weren't thinking like, oh, what label is this going to be on, or like
Right, right, right.
when's it going to drop? Like we were just like he would just kind of come over every few months because he's in Jersey and I'm in Connecticut, and then we
Sure.
bang out a bunch of songs and then sit with him for a little bit and then do another wave. Um, and then there was a period of like, okay, how do we fit these together? And then there was, mixing and sequencing and a whole other phase of post production, getting interludes and the outros and the flow of everything to
Right.
work. But it definitely wasn't rushed. It's one of those things where since we had no specific schedule or deadlines, we were just like, let's let this be what it is naturally until it feels finished. Because we knew as we were making it, it's like, okay, it doesn't matter when this comes out because
Mm.
it's really its own world. Even among both of our discographies, it's like this is like a special kind of place we made, whatever. So yeah, we got to take our time with it in the best way possible, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm so happy for you. I know I had heard you interviewed once and you had said this was before Cine, this was before all you were like, people want a few child actor beats, but they don't want a whole album of child actor.
Yeah, I mean, I've come around to embracing that. I like having the chance to do it, but there definitely was an era where I felt like people were like, okay, we need like a little palate cleanser after this beat. This,
Yeah. Yeah, you've stretched reality. Now let's put it back. But that's like Cine proved like that is just not the case. And if you have that versatility, you can enjoy it. You can make something great. So and obviously Neighborhood Gods Unlimited, you did a ton of stuff on there as well. Um,
Mhm.
Mhm.
so yeah, it's it's amazing. The how would you child actor? How would you describe Sharif as a writer to someone who was just getting to know the music?
Mm, I don't know. That's a tough question because he has a lot of layers. Uh, and I think the best thing the first thing that comes to mind is kind of like he's like a voice of a subconscious. It's like there's no filter. It feels like you're just tapped into something pure that just comes out. It's like a kind of like a dream logic. Um, and he has a way of encoding a lot of meaning in what he's saying, and you're not going to get all of it, and that's okay. Uh, you will get the feeling behind it, and sometimes you will get it, and it will kind of hit you. Um, but that's how I feel a lot about my favorite art is just the experience of the art and the pleasure of taking it in is more important than being able to figure out what it all means. Like it just makes you feel something, and so like that's what
Yeah.
I feel like he does with his words.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, I
What do you, oh,
appreciate you.
okay. What was up?
No, I was telling child actor, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny too, because I would say like him in particular, even more than maybe Roper or Dove, like I sent him all of the lyrics before it came out because we sent out the lyrics, and he would just be like, "Yo," and then um, it's on the if you get the Bandcamp and comes to the PDF, it is inside of the vinyl CDs and tape. It's a short story that I wrote that's inside of each one that I sent him probably like a year ago that I just had, and I was kind of like when we was figuring out stuff to add to the album, I'm like, "Yo, how about this?" And he was like,
Mhm.
"Yeah." Like
That's amazing. That's
Mm.
amazing. Okay, how would you describe? Same question. Someone's just heard Sharif trying to figure out how would you describe Sharif as a writer?
I mean, for this, it's interesting because uh, how do he uses? I guess the note that I have is there's a lot of imagery with flashes of personal details. So, and what I mean by that is like he uses, to kind of piggyback on what child actor says. Honestly, like the first time I heard it, I didn't understand most of what was going on. But like the second time I heard it, I just started, just kind of relaxing and I just saw more and more flashes of I felt like the artist. Like he would say something and then he would follow it up with something I felt, and maybe I was misinterpreting this. I felt was almost like a personal insight into something that he was going through.
Yeah, yeah,
And then he'd go back to like another image. So I guess that's kind of like, he'll throw a lot at you and then he'll give you a little gem and then throw a lot at you again, another gem, and you just have to kind of just roll with it.
yeah. That's a good way to say it. Sharif is I want Sharif is so interesting to me because he delivers these really incredible lines with the weight of a punchline, but they're less punchlines and more fables. And like uh this is my panopticon bar rant. Are you ready? Are you ready, Kay? Um
What is panopticon?
that's I will start with that. So
Okay.
panopticon is it was a form of prison oversight where like the cells would be see-through and the in the middle would be the guard tower, right?
Okay.
So the notion was that the psychological idea of being watched kept the prisoners in line, even when there was no way they could see everything at once. Does that make
Huh.
sense? So
Yes.
Cold Day in Hell is the what started me with the Panopticon bars. You that is because there's a fucking line in that song where he says Betty Shabazz and James Baldwin won a fortune at the DJ Screw Memorial as the purple rain was falling.
Yeah.
What?
And I sat with that for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you taking that from like holy shit, like, you know, these revolutionary leaders and their connection to money, right? Like, or DJ Screw's connection to lean and everyone's celebration of his connection to this thing that killed him. And then the rain being purple, but Prince, Purple Rain, and and like the connectivity of all of it, it felt like the bars were sitting there at the guard tower watching all of us. Like he created a an image that somehow reflected on 6 or 7 elements of society. And you could actually think about it in that way.
Nah, super appreciate you for that. I was telling child actor like that's easily like in my probably like top 10 songs I ever wrote. Like that shit is heavy. Like I remember like listening back to that, like, yo, nah, like because kind of like going what you were saying, like I kind of to me like real dope writers are kind of have things you can revisit 3 or 4 times
Mhm.
and maybe the fourth or fifth time. Because even like I loved how me and Chai actually kind of decided how we was going to do the singles or whatever. So because we didn't kind of want to give too much away too early.
Mhm.
So at first we was going back and forth with Assassination Tapes being the first single. That was going to be it. And then once we made Chemo Crystal Ball, I'm like, nah. I'm like, yo, just off the hook, this got to be the single. Because I'm like, yo, the single on it. I'm like, the single, I'm like, just off of the chorus, people is going, people is going to be like, oh my gosh, that's going to be the catchiness of it. Where somebody might hear it 6 or 7 times, and the 8th time, they're like, yo, when you said this bar, this was dope off of this. But the chorus, people knew. I just came off tour, was doing it live for the first time. And people knew it already, like by the second performance. So, and the same thing with Night Terrors.
Yeah.
The title like Night Terrors, and you take the chorus, to me, you automatically get like you connected. But once you sit back and just hear how it fits into the rest of the song and the rest of the album, like to me, that's where the real beauty comes through into that for sure. So yeah, nah, definitely.
Yeah. Panopticon bars, man. So think about assassination tapes, right? The first time you're like, oh shit, did Tupac work at McDonald's? $12 an hour? And then you're like, wait, but how many brilliant minds who could be the next Tupac are working at McDonald's for $12 an hour? And then you back it up. You're like, wait, let me hear the bars before this. And then you're like, Haitian Jack mixing cocaine with the sour? And the informant yelling Black Power? Look up Haitian Jack. Uh, okay. That's an interesting story. And then listen to Against All Odds by Tupac. So there is more, and they're not just random images sewn together, I guess is what I want people to know. This is
Yeah,
not just someone messing.
Mm.
never.
Yeah. I remember like I was talking to a smoked out guy in a psychedelic band about this 20 years ago. We were talking about David Lynch. And I was like, look, I don't like movies where people just fuck with me to fuck with me. And he's like, well, but you must not like David Lynch. I'm like, no, I really feel like if I was in the room with David Lynch, he could break it down. We could share an alcoholic beverage and he'd break it down. You know? And
He would not. He would be able to, but he would not.
yeah. That's fair. He knows what it is. Yeah.
No, and I go off. I mean, that really is like I think of David Lynch when I think of the impact that Sharif's writing has, because I mean, like that's exactly why David Lynch will not break it down. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't like commentary in the DVDs or whatever.
Yep.
He won't answer people's questions because he wants you to have that feeling. Like when something has something real behind it, you will feel it, and you might be desperate to know what it means, but like you don't have to, and it's sometimes better to not know what it means. Like, and you just
Yeah.
stick with that feeling of just being taken somewhere. And like Cold Day in Hell is a great example of that. Like it really, like the words really conjure almost a physical space. And and yeah, I found myself in that one. That was a really challenging one to work with because I'm every second thinking like, how do I do service to what these words are? Because the beat was very, very minimal in the beginning when he rapped on it. It really was like a wisp of that flute, and he just did. So it was after the fact that I built it up, and it was like every second I'm deciding, should I be making a canvas or should I be accentuating what he's saying or doing something literal or stylized in here. But I think, yeah, that was one where like the time it took really paid off, I think.
That's awesome. Yeah, you got to give yourself the time to figure it out.
No, and big shout out to you, Sean, acting to me like one of your best beats. Like,
Yeah,
That's a hell of a beat. Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
you sleeping on it because to me the canvas that you made, it made those words just flow. Now think about that. That's one of the songs, like you said, one of the least songs with a beat, but it's literally the longest song on the album with the most rapping on
Yeah. Yeah. It's a heavy song.
it.
yeah. I mean, it was, yeah, and I think this is the reason I love this album for child actors so much. There's a so there's a small contingent of like anti Jay Dilla people, and they'll always say Dilla doesn't Dilla's weird mathematics stuff is so complicated. He doesn't have bangers. They're more like math word problems. You're like, how do I head nod to this? What is, Um, and this music is so warm. It's so beautiful, and it knocks. It just fucking knocks. Like I heard Night Terror and I was like, this is the fucking best beat ever. And then
Mm.
there's more, it was, yeah, it's just so the growth is, and there's so much different stylistic stuff. Was it?
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now he was playing his own. It's funny. I just texted him like an hour ago. I'm like, yo, people love fucking Leon and Chazo.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God. Oh
I
my.
had to come to him. I'm like, yo, why the fuck did you rap to that? I'm like, yo, I couldn't put no lyrics on that. You hear how beautiful that shit is? That shit
Yeah.
just got.
Yeah.
You know, I at the time I remember feeling the same way. Like, why? Like he's like, no, put that on the record, but make it an instrumental. I was like, okay. And at the time I was like, why not rap to this? But in retrospect, it was a really great decision.
Yeah.
And I think it is super effective coming right after Cold Day in Hell because we
Yes.
just like digested so much now. It's just like, okay, let's like go into this
Great.
zone, and yeah, it really hits. But yeah, with
Yeah.
these anti, I mean, what I don't, why even give people like this the time of day? It's like
Yeah.
there's always going to be people in every era. It's the same people that said Coltrane doesn't know how to swing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just nonsense. But I will definitely understand if someone say try to tell me that I can't make something that really bangs, and it's like you have to for certain people like yourself and someone that feels it. I'm hopefully it will be like there's nothing like this, and this bangs in a very specific way that
Mhm.
hits my pleasure centers, and I don't really care if no one else likes it.
No, I hear
That's,
you, as you should.
you only make bangers, man.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Conventional elements do not a banger make. You know what I mean? That's you'd
Mm.
have to redefine it and be like
Hmm.
because and you can't, and being like Jay Dilla doesn't have bangers is crazy because Far Side Drop, right? Like fucking
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's a banger.
This is another
Uh,
conversation. I would love to just destroy this straw man all day, but Yeah, I'm not part of the anti-Dilla contingent in any way.
I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, this and the other thing is early when we talked to Sharif was like, my favorite shit is these short songs. I love these short songs. And you Sharif can give you a full song in a minute and 30 seconds. Whereas another rapper, you might be like, I wish that was longer. I wish there was more to that. And it's the I don't know. I don't know what it is. The potency of it. He can nail it in like a minute and a half and be like, that's it.
Those kind of critiques I find interesting when someone is like essentially saying this is good, but I wish it should be longer because I didn't have enough. And I really just think that when you get the whole feeling in there, as Sharif does, like he paints a whole world for you. Go back to that world as much as you want. We don't need to like then put it into a 3 minute thing. I mean, he can do hooks when he wants to, and if he doesn't, then he doesn't. It's like that's go to that place when you want to. You can just start the song over. I mean, personally, I think we both had this feeling, but especially when I was putting the post production together, I really was like, all right, it's a relatively short album. And the pacing I really wanted you to feel like you got to the end. It's like, oh, let's do that again. Like,
Yeah,
let's take that ride.
100%.
And see, for me, to me, that's one thing. Like, to me, at the end of the day, like, and that's another reason I included like sent out the lyrics for this one and included the short story. Like, to me, this album more than any other album for me was me like really waving flag on some like. I don't think I'm just one of the greatest lyricists, but one of the greatest writers. So from that, to me, it's kind of like, which got to be as potent as possible, whether it's 3 minutes or 35 seconds. Like, because I always say, like, verses should be like conversations. So sometimes conversations could be, if I called you like, yo, Dan, did you know I had a kid in Africa that I just found out about? That conversation will be longer than, yo, I got a flat tire. I'm going to be late.
Yeah.
To me, like, I don't want to box in the written word. I don't want to box in the work by making every conversation be the same beginning, middle, and ending. Some conversations go longer, some go shorter. So that's how I look at it with music.
Yeah, you got it. And we like when listening to your music, we let go of that shit. Like me and Kay let go of that shit. We were able to be like recontextualize and be like, when it feels done, it's done.
Now,
But also, it doesn't. I mean, to a lot of people, I recognize it doesn't feel like everyone's going to have their own baggage that they bring with them.
Sure.
I've definitely heard people say like it's not long enough or it's not this enough or I mean it's just a thing like you have to come to it on its own terms or you're not going to get much out of it. That it definitely that's the choice. We wouldn't even make that choice. It's just like that's just what we do. And you're just not going to do yourself or anyone any favors if you don't try to meet it on its own terms and you don't have to go
Right.
listen to something else.
no, and it's funny because to me, like, I look at the project as kind of like a project that's universal. I said it wrong. Overly and universally emotions.
Yeah.
So that is like you were saying, like Kay was saying, he heard it the first time, didn't really understand certain things, and didn't really. And then when he went back the second or third time, he's picking up on more stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of look at it like, if I just told you what each song was about, it's an emotion you went through before and others. So, for example, the track, I'm forgetting the damn title right now. Oh, Recognition.
Yes.
Recognition.
It's my favorite. Yeah.
Okay, so recognition. You might hear it and might not get everything in it, but the overall arc of the story is that's literally me just writing to my brother that's locked up right now and telling him I'm sorry I wasn't in his life the way I should have. So to me, that's a universal feeling and emotion. I'm just expressing it in a way that certain people might not get it. Same thing with terrorists. I haven't had proper sleep my entire life just from different, whether it's life experiences or just the way my brain is. But like, to me, like staying up, waking up random times of the night from nightmares, it's like a real thing. To me, that's another universal feeling and emotion. Just like a track like Anger. Uh, you might hear it and be like, okay, I get certain parts. It's literally me just expressing how I felt seeing my grandfather on his deathbed that passed away last summer that I took care of 4 or 5 years that was bedridden. So to me, those are all universal emotions that we all go through in one way or another. So
Yeah, no, I think that's how I took Crayola Circles of Creativity, right? My thought was like, oh shit, what he's saying is like, I'm gonna give you the aura of this song, and then you're gonna get to know it. You know? Like you'll know the feeling, you'll connect to the feeling, and once you're in, then we'll get in. And it's not, you know, the pen and the words and like breaking that down, that's not on the surface. The brightness and the colors are the door, you know, and you'll start repeating that, right? Like, I did the one I started with, not more than you, like that whole rant, that whole chorus, for Chemo, Crystal Ball is, you know, my mama told me I was crazy, the system told me I was crazy, but not more than you. It's just such a brilliant turn of like everybody told me I was crazy, and then just like pointing it back. You know, what have you done? What have you done?
it's just how I see the world in 2026.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
people over this, people going crazy and all types of crazy shit happening in the world. Like this side is fighting against this side, and these people is fighting against this people, and we all just caught up in the craziness and chaos and searching for a way out. Even just like how the title came, like chemo, like a sickness that people fighting
Right.
from. Crystal ball, you see through it and realize everything that's happening and give your take on it. So yeah, nah, definitely.
Yeah. And that stuff, like, so, like, at my first thing that I'm doing is sitting in the living room with my family, like, whispering, but not more than you for no reason. And, and then I'm listening to it and I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about all the different things it means. Um, and it's that's the way this goes in listening to this album, right? Crayola Circles of Creativity. That's not you and you were talking about listening to something and not knowing what it means. But the cool part is there's some albums I've listened to, not know what they meant, and then like 15 years later I learned what it meant.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
It's
No, I
just
had that. I had a
yeah,
very similar experience. Like since this album unfolded over time, it's like, yeah, certain bars would sort of just jump out after a while. Like, wait, I never really heard it that way, and oh, and even just with the conversations with Sharif's, like, oh, this is like about this real thing, and this is what it was. I mean, the beautiful thing is, it while it gave me like a kind of an oh shit feeling,
mhm.
it didn't change the feeling of the song that I already got from just what the words were painting for me. You know, it just broadened my understanding. But like,
Yeah,
it's all in there.
it just deepens the relationship. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like being married to someone for 10 years and learning more shit about them that you didn't know. You know,
yeah.
and you're like, oh, that's cool. You know, like that's the cool thing about being with somebody.
No,
Yeah.
and I definitely want to just thank Child Actor for those. To me, you wouldn't have got those songs in that writing without that production.
Right.
So
Right.
his production took me somewhere that a lot of people might have not really heard me dig into and touch. So definitely much love to him for that, for sure.
No,
We got
I
to talk
mean,
about the curation, dude. We got to talk about putting these 15 songs in order. Must have been a heck of a thing. Um, Kay,
yeah,
do you have any runs on this? Like this is really
Yeah,
nice,
I
man.
mean my favorite song was definitely Recognition.
Okay.
So for me, it was Recognition, Diagnosis, and then Crayola Circles of Creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like those choices, man. That's unconventional choices there, I would
yeah,
say.
I felt Recognition was like there was a line I wrote down, prescription to keep focus. That was like the first song. Like I think I've heard a lot of Fatboi Sharif songs. That was the first song where I felt like I was getting a glimpse into uh I don't want to say the person Fatboi Sharif, but yeah, like a glimpse behind the images, I guess you
Right.
could say.
Like you were in a real conversation with Sharif.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. It was vulnerable, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
And
Sure.
then that vulnerability, I felt like, like Cold Day in Hell. As a Polaroid captured absent fathers whose spirits never left singing.
Oh,
Never left. Sorry.
jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah, things like that. That's what I mean. Like, I didn't pick those up the first time, but the second time, like I heard the songs, like, oh, wait a second. Now some things are kind of starting to bubble up that are giving me a better picture of what's going on.
nah, I
Most,
appreciate.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was definitely all written like that for sure too. So
yeah,
it's funny too because kind of like the it's funny you said that line, K, because I know child actors' favorite line is the end of Stash Bot, Destitute Stash Bot,
yes.
where
Oh
it
my
kind of,
God, yeah. I've had chills multiple times listening to that one.
Hmm.
yeah, it's another like father bar, but it kind of
Yeah.
connects to in the, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
But I
And
really like recognition. I mean, just let's spend a little second or two on recognition. I think
sure.
it's just like a really good example of how there's a lot of space for Sharif on there,
Yeah.
and he uses it in a really special way. Like he's not filling the space. He's like leaving enough. Like he's really like inhabiting it, and he's doing something sort of poetic, half rap, half spoken word, but it stays out of being spoken word because it feels really almost melodic and musical the way that he's structuring the lines and finishing them. And yeah, it just really it's so tailor made for what that environment was, and I feel really lucky to have that happen because making that I'm not thinking about the result at all. It's just like a piece of music, and I could never have imagined like that it would turn into that, and it's just like the perfect destiny for it, really.
It's interesting because that song's only, if I understand correct, it's only like a minute, maybe a minute 30 or something. But
Yeah,
the way that what I found interesting about this album, like it's only 27 minutes, but the perception, and Dano and I, we talked about this
Yeah.
before, like the perception of time is different. And that may have to do with like the production and it being non-quantized or whatnot. But
Yeah.
like it's only 27 minutes, but it feels longer because the perception of time is different than other albums that I've heard of recent.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's why I'm glad creativity gets to be a part of this
Mm-hmm.
description. The Crayola Circles of Creativity being the title of the song because it's creativity is the goal. You get to be satisfied by it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You get that the win gets to be that you made the most creative shit you could.
Mm.
yeah. I mean, one thing I'll say to piggyback on that a little bit is I've I really think you. I mean, I think you're onto something with the perception of time. I think I started out as a songwriter. I mean, I started out with jazz piano, but also as like a songwriter, and just like when I was first making music, I didn't really know what to do. And a friend of mine came up with an idea to just, if you don't have a recording studio or whatever, like just make whatever you can make in a day.
Mm.
And there were rules to this thing. And we would kind of take turns doing it where you'd make a whole album in the same day. It had to be at least 20 minutes of all new songs. And I made like 15 of these over a few years. And they'd always be 20 minutes. And there would be like sometimes 15 songs, and you had to just go boom on to the next thing. And I don't know, I think that helped get into my brain this different feeling of like how long a song needs to be. Of course, there's so many things that have influenced that too, but
Mhm.
since those I made at like a formative time, I always go back to that feeling like it was so magical making these 20-minute things that somehow felt
Mm.
as big to me as, hour-long albums.
And the fun part is getting better at it, right? Is like now you're on your fourth one and you're like, oh, I could do this,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and you get to really tweak it. And I think as a writer, Sharif, that process is like your first draft keeps getting better and better.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
you're putting it together in your head. It's just easier, you know, um, because you have that experience. So yeah, that's why the advice is always just do stuff. Like do stuff, and if it's bad stuff, that's good. It'll points you in the other direction, like
Mm.
but just don't be afraid to just do stuff. Um, yeah.
Great advice that I got from Anthony Braxton is don't let your limitations hold you back, and don't let your lack of limitations hold you back. Like sometimes if you're like too good at something, that
Mm.
will also hold you back and make you less
Right.
creative.
Right. Right. Yeah. You're you're good at sonnets and you're stuck writing sonnets forever. Like
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, and just kind of
Um,
these habits you got to break out of.
you gotta move it to a different place. But yeah, that's so good. Um, whew, there's a lot, and I love the cover. The cover is fabulous.
Mm.
Hmm.
Um,
hell
yeah, incredible Bandcamp description. Was that Woods?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know why he didn't say it was him. It's so beautifully written. I mean, who else would have written that?
I know Woods, but like it's I studied Woods Bandcamp descriptions when I was told to write them. I was like, "Ah,
What label head is writing the descriptions of the records? Like, how ridiculous is that? Like, is it that he is doing that?
yep.
It blows my mind. But he's the best person to do it too at the same time. So
And it makes it so fucking cool because you're like, this is one of the best rappers who ever lived who's
yeah,
writing this Bandcamp description. Like,
yeah. The,
this is
the
awesome.
Bandcamp description. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine like Big Daddy Kane writing a Bandcamp description for Bismarck E?
Mm.
Like
Well, not
it's
just that. Not,
hilarious.
not just that. Him writing that and then being like, yeah. So I don't know. What do you think of this? Is this okay? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
it's okay.
yeah.
well, I got to use that in a bar. Big can't write a Bandcamp description. That's hard.
Yep, yep, he's gonna be doing it. But yeah, no, it's a hell of a thing, and obviously no skits. By the way, I would go with I would go with you, Kay. I would go Night Terror's Recognition Diagnosis.
Mm.
I think it's tempting to go with the beginning with the
Yeah.
assassination tapes, disinfect, chemo crystal ball, but I'm gonna go with that middle chunk. It's so jazzy, it's so boom bappy, it's so psychedelic. It feels like new territory. For
Yeah.
for
I wanted to ask because one of my favorite production moments uh, on the album was Diagnosis, the trumpets.
yeah,
At the
Like
end, yeah.
What was the process of those coming in at the end? Were those always on the beat, or did you add them like for some reason after Sharif wrote to it?
They were on there from the beginning, I'm pretty sure. Now I used to be braver about two-part beats, and this record benefits from it a lot, honestly. Like
Yep.
that and uh Live Grenade were built as two-part things. Then I kind of started getting away from that because rappers would be like, "Oh, I like the first part, but not the second part,"
Yeah,
and then I would feel like, "Oh, why don't I just make two beats out of this and have more chances to get people on it?" But I think I want to go back into. I mean, it takes more work to really carefully construct it because a lot of beat switches are just like, "Oh, and here's a new beat," but like those really were so. I can't imagine them living apart.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
That
Hell yeah.
was a big moment, man. Big moment. Um, yeah. Oof. Do you have anything else, Care? Do you want to go to the recommendation
Oh,
corner?
let's go right to recommendation corner.
We got to talk about what we're listening to, what we're checking out. Sharif, give me some stuff that you're listening to.
Right now, obviously the Elucid and Sebash project is in heavy rotation for
Ooh.
me. That's super duper ill.
Mm.
What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I've been creating a lot, so it's certain stuff I still gotta go back to and listen to. Listen to like stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, I want to check this out and bump this. But definitely the Elucid and Sebash project is super dope. The I'm still bumping the new Open Mike Eagle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I just seen him live the other night in Brooklyn. He went killed it. Super dope.
build it, man. It's books and movies are on the table as well. You go wherever you want with recommending whatever. But
I'm trying to think movie wise. Yeah, what was the last? Damn, I haven't seen a movie work shit in a minute.
damn, yeah,
Especially a new one. All was obviously all the time, but I
right.
can't think of when anything new that I. Oh no, I tell you what's dope. I take that back. You got to check out. Hold on one second. Let me. Hold on a second.
Good deal. I did. You know what I did with my son? Okay,
What?
he was getting destroyed in Fortnite, and I was just hanging out. And I was playing for him. So XXL has a vote for the 10th spot of the freshman list,
Oh wow.
and I was just pulling up random names on it and playing them for him to see how he felt. Um, and we had the same order. Overcast was on it. Overcast is dope. So that's cool. I'm rooting for him.
Overcast. Okay.
So, I,
Skid-
it's a movie. Alfred and Beth was on. If y'all get a chance, definitely check that out.
Our friend, what?
Alfred Balthazar.
Oh, that's
Bal-
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I did a Q&A for it at the Nightheart Theater out here in Brooklyn last week. Super dope movie. Super dope.
I got it.
All
Yeah,
right.
I've
Okay.
seen it. I think I saw the trailer on that. It seems interesting.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. No, so we Fetty P. Franklin was very nice. I enjoyed that. Um, there was a guy named Ben Riley who's good. Kind of sounded like Kendrick. Um, El Snapo was not good. Was wild generic. But
yeah.
he has a great haircut. So but then there was a lot of interesting cats. There's a guy named Kari that I didn't dig that much, but yeah, it's you guys could. I would recommend it as a game. Pull up that list. Lots of people are on it. Win is on it. So we'll see how the votes go. Um, but yeah, it's the other one I listened to. It's Been Awful by Isaiah Rashad.
Mhm.
Didn't I didn't like it upon first listen, but a second listen, it was much better, and it makes sense. It just it's literally about like being really sad, and it's very melodic. So I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm not always in the mood for that shit. But when you're in the right mood, it does hit. It is really good. Um,
nah,
but was the other one? Oh, shout out to Lana, Lahnah.
yes.
Dope,
Big shout.
dope album.
Hell yeah,
That might make it under my favorites of the year. That shit is crazy.
yeah,
Um,
beautiful.
Henri Osborne has a project called Pocket Knife with Millipede. Oh, he's Millipede also. He's the producer Millipede and the rapper. Henri. Yeah. So that's good shit. Um, yeah. Child actor, what have you been bumping?
Um, Man, honestly, I'm not that I haven't been listening to new music as much lately. I gotta get back in. I definitely liked the Elucid Sebastian record. I'll echo that.
Huh?
I like the Lord Jamante Ogban record. I thought that was good.
Mhm.
Sideshow. The One Oh Tricks Point Never album was good too. Um, but I will say I have to emphatically recommend the movie No Other Choice. Park Chan Wook. It's really, really, it's great. Um,
Awesome.
that made me really excited.
That's awesome. Yeah.
um, oh, I like the Mitski album too.
Yeah, that's a
I
good record. I
I thought
like it.
that was really good.
I like it.
A couple really nice, really, really great songs on there.
That one
Um,
and the Courtney Barnett, I think are really good. The Small
mm,
Creature one. Um,
yeah.
yeah. Kay, did you know we're getting a new Kalila album?
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
Artwork looks dope. I'm excited
Yes.
for more Kalila. Kalila's good.
I'm always looking forward to what she does.
Yeah,
For sure, for sure.
dope artist. What are you bumping, Kay?
So no music, no new music, but I did see a documentary about Sonny Rollins. It's called Beyond the Notes.
Oh wow, I gotta check
And
that out.
so basically it's like telling the story about his music sabbatical that he took where he was performing on the Brooklyn Bridge. And then it intercuts with footage from, I believe it was his 80th. So he did a concert for his 80th birthday. So he had all of these just great musicians come on. So I really enjoyed that movie. That's what I would
That's
recommend.
awesome. That's a great recommendation, Kay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the doing good, just feeling good. It's been we got whew, we are filled out for the month of May. We're booked up. Booking is getting a lot easier.
Mm.
Yeah.
Uh
It's a
people,
good problem. Good situation
Yeah.
for you guys.
it's
I want to
not
say
bad.
I remember the early stages of Free Music Empire, like
Sure.
2020. So I love that Daniel, you kept going. You
Mhm.
came a little later, and y'all still going strong. So big shout out to y'all, and appreciate y'all being one of the main and important voices of this 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 independent, amazing music that we all make out here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's impact is hard to like measure if you're going beyond a Spotify way, but
Yeah,
there's people who met because of us. There's albums that happened because they hung out with us. You know what I mean? Like it's cool. It's cool, you know?
Mm.
Um yeah. So it's been a big gift for us. And yeah, we locked in Fat Ray and Raffy for the end of the
Mm.
month.
Oh, that's great.
It's gonna be crazy.
Very nice.
Yeah, we are.
crazy too.
I'm so excited. We're gonna have an actual Janet Jackson episode with a
Mhm.
real R&B expert and shit. It's gonna be fucking fire. I love Janet Jackson. So yeah, we're gonna be doing all kinds of weird shit. That's what we do. Follow us, and follow Child Actor on Bandcamp and Pornhub and all the places you can get Child
Oh.
Actor. Um,
I think they took that part of Pornhub down a long time ago.
and follow Fatboi Sharif, uh, you know, on Instagram, um, you know, on Blue Sky, Infowars, all of it, you know.
Oh, pull up on me. Hey,
So thank you, yeah, guys, for being here. I appreciate y'all taking the time out of your
Absolutely.
day
no,
for this. This is a high mark for both of you, and I'm so happy that you got to do it together.
Mhm.
Um,
thank you. Thank
yeah,
y'all for
Yeah.
having. And I'm not gonna give out no spoilers, but just know it don't stop over here. We both got some super head turning, eyes wide things coming musically, both of us.
and that's what I
Just
would say to you, Sharif. You are one of my favorite game planners in rap. Like beyond the your actual capabilities as a writer and performer, like people talk about you as a game planner, as someone who makes shit better wherever you go.
Mm.
And you are definitely top three game planners in this space
not
of positioning
appreciate
yourself and the people around you. So yeah, shout out to you on that. Um,
it.
and I appreciate Child Actor. Like Child Actor has worked with Shamar before everybody loved Shamar. Like Child
Yeah,
Actor goes where the best shit is, and that's fucking special. That's cool.
That
Um,
that I there will be more to come if you're a Shamar head. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Mm.
oh,
I
hell
love
yeah.
it. I love it. And the last thing before I go, Graham Plattner, come on, state of the game. We're Mainers too, huh?
Welcome to my